Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayflight 33 RBTS travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around the trailer, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. On your campsite, your awning, I don't have it out, it's really windy today. Leave room for that to come in and out. And of course on your off campsite, your slide. Leave room for that to come in and out unhindered. Leave yourself a nice walking path next to it. Reason is, next thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be all the way at the rear on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and your water connection is going to be at the back of the unit. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities in the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing you're going to do is level your unit. Now I do recommend on one this long, close your slide up, measure your unit, find the center, and put a stick-on level on there. Then you can have someone watch that while you come to your power tongue jack and either lower or raise it until it's level. There's a docking light should you arrive at night, and a manual override crank, hand crank, should you lose power. You can still get this up and down. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose on your ride. Once you've got your unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. On all four corners of the unit, you have these stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch hand crank. Put that on there, crank them on down. Now as I come down with these, I'm going to recommend jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in summer. Better distribute the weight. All around a good investment. You can also use an impact driver or a drill gun on this. Run it down in 1.2 seconds. Just remember, when you do that, slow down when you get to the bottom, because all you want to do is make these taut. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. You already have your unit level. All we want to do is bring these down and stabilize the unit. Once we got our unit level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Again, your 30 amp service. Big long cord there is on the back of the unit. The way these connect now, undo this washer, turn to the left, pull, so they go in at a little angle, turn to the right once you're in, and put on your gray washer. Now at the end of this 30 amp service, should you need it, in your convenience pack is a 30 to 110 adapter. Got our power hooked up, let's hook up our water. On the back of the unit, your city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You always want to use this whenever putting fluid into your unit here. Hook up your water pressure regulator, hook up the hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Just to the right of your entry doorway is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, making sure the drain plug's back on. You may have left it out the last time you were camping, draining your hot water. Make sure that's in there. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, if your hose has been on for a little while, go in and open up your water valves. Once water starts coming into your sink, you know that your hot water heater is full, and you can go ahead and turn it on from indoors. Now let's say we're going camping and we're not going to use city water, we're going to use potable water. Come back here, and just above your city water connect is your potable water. No need for a water pressure regulator. Simply fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell when it's full. 1, there's a overflow valve, or 2, on the inside you can press your fresh water button and that'll tell you when your tank is full. Just remember, when using that potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set to camp. Power and water level and stable. We'll walk you around the rest of the unit. Starting back here in your outdoor kitchen. Pull that out. Up underneath there's a quick connect. Right here's your other quick connect. There's your hose for that in the drawer. You also have a couple low point drains here. 110, accent lighting and regular lighting. Big prep area, electric fridge. Settings are there. And again, just a drawer. Let's say flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. This is a vent for your microwave. Hot water heater. Here's your main low point drain when you're leaving the campsite. Here's a clamp for a TV with your cable of 110 out here. Your awning, the speakers are in the end of the awning, which is great because it points down toward your campsite instead of out at everyone else's. Another quick connect up here if you want to put another grill out. Your pass-through storage with your hitch work. Your propane does have a cover. Your propane tank's already a regulator. Simply point that toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. Again, your battery. Another bright LED night docking light. Your pass-through storage here. Stabilizing jack. There's your black and gray handles to pull when we dump your tank. Your slides, you do have an extra gray hold your tank handle right there. Come around the back of your unit. This is where your cable will go in. Again, your power. And this is your black tank flush. We'll talk about your black tank flush when leaving the campsite and dumping your black tank. You have a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Check your seams and caulk as needed. Maintain your roof. The unit also has a spare tire with a cover. Your potable water, city water, and outdoor shower. Unit's also prepped for a Furrion backup camera. Device you purchased from our store sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Put another device on this and it gives you a backup camera for the unit. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. First thing I'm going to do is shut the air off. What I like to point out first when coming in the entry doorway is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows where the fire extinguisher is located at in case of emergency. To the right, when you come in the doorway, open this panel for your control panel. So here's your battery. Let's check your levels. There's your fresh water. That's the one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Black and 2 gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if using gas. Water heater if using electric. Make sure you do that correctly. Interior lighting. The 2 slides and your awning in and out. As I said, it's windy. I just want to show you your awning working well. So you see how you've got brown there and then white up top. Might be able to run this out and right back in. You only want to run that out until you run out of gray. That white flap falls down to 90 degrees and you see your brown bar. I'll run that back in. You have pitch control on the end of these arms. If it's raining, you can pull down. Shows you right there in the handle in yellow. You pull down on it and that'll pitch the water away from your campsite. So continuing around, Your storage, your entertainment center. Turn your TV on. It's working there. Down here, your RV technology sound system. Turn that on. Go to FM. Hit a scan, see if we get anything to come in. Nothing. So whatever's blue is on. Red means off, indoors and outdoors. Bluetooth, AM, FM, DVD, CD player. Hold that in. Shut that off. There's your remotes. Make sure you correctly pick in here your TV antenna or cable TV. Go into your living room now. A lot of your lighting in here is individual. Now your table will fold down. Sit on these lips right here. Put your cushions on top. That'll give you a bed. These remove from your cup holder. Parachute pull handle down there to recline these. If they look like they set in crooked, all you do is snap them in there. Turn you around. On the side of your island here you have a 110. Couple of them. Then down here you have your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention this 12 volts, always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, nothing going to be charging your battery, go ahead and use your battery disconnect to keep this, or you don't have battery disconnect on this, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down. Come back, here's your slide control for your bunk room. And turn the air on. Thermostat. Air cranks back up. Shut your air off. I'll wait for that to shut off. 110 here. Your pantry. See how quickly the air shuts off. But if you come down to the furnace, and over here's your control. Furnace kicked on. That actually takes longer to shut off. Turn that down to low and shut everything off. Nordic cold fridge. Turn it on up here. Usually about 5 seconds. Whatever is white is what it's controlling. So right now it's the freezer on 5. The fridge is on 3. You can change that here. And then lastly is this night mode, telling the fridge I'm not going to be opening and closing a lot, save me power. And it does so. Self-explanatory microwave. Stovetop here has a fan and a light. Glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Panel light. Turn to light, turns red. Get your spark over here, there's your flame. Same thing on the oven, no pilot light anymore. Turn this to your light. Hit your spark here, that'll light your oven, and then set it to the desired temperature. You also have an oven light. Set them off. That covers everything in the living room. Let's go into your bathroom real quick. Main thing I want to mention in here, this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. Come back in your bedroom. Lighting is somewhere in here. Oh, right behind the door. So those will turn that on. These are going to be individual lights. One touch. Under here, that is a template for where it's wired for solar. If you ever decide to get it completely wired for solar, that's where the techs use it. 110 next to the beds. 110 and charging port on the other side. Also prep for a TV back here. Cable to 110 up there and your TV backer. You can actually remove this, and as you see that's the same as the one outside, so you can take the same TV, snap it outside. Shut these lights off as I exit. Lastly, come back to your bunker room. Of course, lift that table off. Those legs remove. Take the table, set it down on these lips. Put your back cushions on it. Gives you a single bunk here. You also have on hydraulics this single bunk. One touch lighting in here. Prep for a TV. Your other two bunks. All this lighting back here is one touch. 110 on every bed. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. First thing I did is I shut off all the lights in this bunk room. Make sure that everything is secure. Nothing's going to impede this slide from coming in. For example, those doors back there, make sure those are in. Just hit slide in. See the importance of having those doors closed down there. You want to rip them off just because you close your slide. Why don't you hear that little grinding noise? Because it's actually not a grinding noise. It's the slide mechanism telling itself not to go any further. So I like to come here and show off all my interior lights. Then I can see which individual lights I need to go through and shut off. Now that everything's off, we come back over here, turn on our interior, and hit slide in. Now this slide here can also do the bunk area. This first one to the left is going to bring in your living room. And down that area. Again, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Have to watch the whole slide as it comes in. Look on this side, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. And bring in your last slide. Shut off our interior lights and exit the unit. Now opening and closing these steps, you want to make sure this door is all the way open. This hydraulic should hold it good for you. Otherwise this will catch it as it goes in. See how close it is all the way up. Make sure it's all the way out. Pull that out, lock that in. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. That's ready for travel. Go around and unhook your cable and water. Once your water's unhooked, we can start doing low point drains. If we're using potable water, this is city hookup. Dump both of those. If we're using potable water, we dump both those. One is going to be this sink and the other is going to be your other potable water. Make sure you lock up your grill area. Bring up our stabilizing jacks. Hot water heater. Go through our hot water heater. It's our last water drain. Open this up. Open up your pressure release valve. That's going to start spewing hot water out of there, so be careful. Once that's drained, put that back down, otherwise your door won't close. And then you can pull your drain plug. Unhook your power, hook up your hitch, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. You're going to be just behind the front of the unit on your driver's side. 10-foot hose to park where you can reach it. Get there, hook up this black hose, and pull your black holding tank. Now after it sounds like that black tank is no longer draining, leave that handle open, the hose, hook up at the dump station, and run the hose in there with your water pressure regulator for a good 5 minutes and wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Once you're done running that, come down here, close your black handle, Open up your gray handle. And that's gonna be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's gonna clean your sewage hose out for you. You come to the back of your unit, open up your bumper, and conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose in the bumper. Again, I thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Jayflight for many years to come. Happy camping.